Have you ever had that gut feeling that someone isn't being completely honest with you? Maybe it's a friend acting strangely when you ask them a simple question, a partner whose story just doesn't add up, or a colleague who seems nervous when explaining why they missed a deadline. You sense that something isn't quite right, but you can't put your finger on it. Well, you're not alone. People lie for all sorts of reasons, sometimes to protect themselves, sometimes to avoid conflicts, and other times simply out of habit. But no matter the reason, there are subtle psychological clues that can reveal when someone is being deceptive. In today's video, we're going to break down 8 key signs that someone is hiding the truth. By the end, you'll have the tools to spot a lie in everyday conversations, whether it's a harmless fib or something more serious. Let's get started. Number 1. Inconsistent story. One of the easiest ways to catch a liar is by paying attention to inconsistencies in their story. If someone is telling the truth, their account will remain the same every time they repeat it. But a liar? They struggle to keep their story straight because they have to remember false details. For example, they might first say they were at home all night, but later, when asked again, they mention grabbing coffee with a friend. These small contradictions are a huge red flag. If you suspect someone is lying, casually bring up the story again later and see if the details remain the same. Number 2. Too many or too few details. When lying, people tend to do one of two things. Either they keep their answers overly vague to avoid slipping up, or they overcompensate by providing too many details to make the story sound believable. Imagine asking a friend where they were, and they simply respond with, "I was just out." No details, no explanation. It seems suspicious, right? On the flip side, if they launch into an overly elaborate story with unnecessary details, like what color the barista's apron was at the cafe, they might be trying too hard to convince you. Pay attention to these extremes. Number 3. Body language contradictions. Words can lie, but body language often tells the truth. When someone is lying, their body may unconsciously betray them. For example, if someone says, "I didn't do it," but nods their head yes while speaking, that's a clear contradiction. Similarly, if they normally use a lot of hand gestures while talking but suddenly keep their hands still, it might indicate that they're feeling tense or hiding something. Keep an eye on these mismatches between words and body language. Number 4. Eye contact issues. We've all heard the stereotype that liars avoid eye contact, but that's not entirely true. Some liars know this and try to overcompensate by making too much eye contact to seem trustworthy. The key is to look for unnatural behavior. Are they blinking too much? Looking away at crucial moments? Staring without blinking to appear confident? Compare their eye behavior to their normal baseline. If it suddenly changes, it could be a sign of deception. Number 5. Defensive reactions. When people tell the truth, they usually respond calmly. But when someone is lying, they often become defensive. Instead of simply answering the question, they might get irritated, change the subject, or even accuse you of being paranoid. For example, if you ask, "Did you break this?" and their response is, "Why would you even ask me that? You never trust me." Instead of a simple no, that defensiveness could be a sign of guilt. Number 6. Delayed or hesitant responses. Truthful people usually answer questions naturally, but liars need time to craft a believable story. If someone takes an unusually long pause before answering a simple question or keeps repeating the question back to you, like, "Where was I last night?" or, "Well, I was," they might be stalling to come up with a lie. Hesitations, stuttering, and unnatural pauses are all classic signs of deception. Number 7. Microexpressions. Microexpressions are tiny facial expressions that last less than a second. These fleeting emotions often reveal what a person is truly feeling before they can mask it. For example, if someone is pretending to be happy but quickly flashes a look of fear, guilt, or stress before composing themselves, they might be lying. These micro-expressions happen so fast that you have to train yourself to catch them, but once you do, they can reveal a lot. Number 8. changes in voice or tone. When someone lies, their voice often betrays them. A liar's pitch might go up slightly due to nervousness, or their speech may speed up as they try to rush through their answer. You might also notice throat clearing, dry mouth, or a sudden shift in tone. If someone's voice suddenly changes when they're answering a question, it's worth paying attention to. That's it for today. If you found this video helpful/interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear from you. See you in the next one.